Hello guys, welcome to yet another wonderful session of Learning with Prepclass. My name is Tutor Olalekon Israel, your Prepclass tutor, and it's time for us to learn again. Now in this video, we will be answering questions from the WAEC English 2019 past questions. In this video, our focus will be questions 11 to question 15. So, without wasting much time, let's get down to the business of today. Before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification, like and comment. Thank you very much. Okay, let's begin. Question 11 from section 2. Now, the instruction reads, from the words lettered A to D, choose the word that best completes each of the following sentences. From the words lettered A to D, choose the word that best completes each of the following sentences. Question 11 reads, investigation revealed that the senior students dashed the juniors to throw stones at the principal's car. Investigation revealed that the senior students dashed the juniors to throw stones at the principal's car. Now, which of these options will be the best to complete this sentence? The options we have are infuriated, integrated, instigated, and instituted. So which of these options will best complete this sentence? Let's look at the meaning of each of the options. Now, the first option is infuriated. Now, infuriated means to make extremely angry. When you make someone infuriated, when you infuriate someone, you've made the person extremely angry. Now, integrated means to unify, to combine, to merge. When you get integrated into a football team, for those of you that play football, when you get integrated into a football team, you've been taken as part of the football team. You've been allowed to join the football team. You become one with the football team. So integrated means to unify, to combine, to merge. Now instigated means to set in motion, to ginger, to encourage, to incite, to push. When you instigate somebody, you are pushing the person to do something. Instituted means to introduce or to establish. Instituted means to introduce or to establish. So which of these options will best complete this sentence? Investigation revealed that the senior students dashed the juniors to throw stones at the principal's car. Now, the answer to this question is instigated. The word instigated means to ginger, to encourage, to incite, to push. The senior students were the ones that pushed. They were the ones that encouraged the junior students to throw stones at the principal's car. Maybe the principal just punished the senior students and they are very angry. So they instigated, they incited, they pushed, they gingered the junior students to throw stones at the principal's car so they can get back at the principal. So instigated is the answer to this question. Investigation revealed that the senior students instigated, the senior students pushed, the senior students gingered, the senior students instigated, the senior students encouraged the juniors to throw stones at the principal's car. So, moving on to the next question, question number 12. Remember, we have to select the option that best completes the sentence. Now, question 12 reads, the Supreme Court dashed the ruling of the lower court. The Supreme Court dashed the ruling of the lower court. Now the options we have are nullified, abused, proclaimed, cancelled. So which of these options will best complete this sentence? The Supreme Court dashed the ruling of the lower court. Now let's take a look at the meaning of the options one after the other. The first option is nullified. Nullified means to legally make null and void. When you make legally null and void, you are making something not valuable, losing its essence, to invalidate, to cancel. Now, we're talking about supreme, we're talking about court, we're talking about ruling. Now, nullified means to legally make null and void, to invalidate, to cancel. Maybe the lower court have already passed a judgment, but the Supreme Court, because it's a higher court, invalidated, nullified the ruling of the lower court. Now, abused means to treat with cruelty, to use inappropriately. Now, when you're abusing somebody, you're treating the person with cruelty. Like child abuse, treating a child with cruelty, to using appropriately, that's drug abuse, to curse. Like when you're laying curse on someone, that's abuse. Now, proclaimed means to announce officially or publicly, to indicate clearly. Now, cancelled means to call off, to scrap, to call off, to scrap. Now, the answer to this question is nullified. The Supreme Court dashed the ruling of the lower court. Now, nullified is a legal term. Now, it means to make null and void. You are cancelling out the ruling of the lower court. You are invalidating the ruling of the lower court. You are making null and void the ruling of the lower court. So the answer to this question is nullified. The Supreme Court nullified the ruling of the lower court. Question 13 reads, the board has dashed the film because it contains some nude scenes. The board has dashed the film because it contains some nude scenes. Remember, we have to select the option that will best complete this sentence. The options we have are edited, censored, examined, and isolated. Now, to select the option that best completes this sentence, we have to give the meaning of each of the options one after the other. Now, the first option, which is edited. Edited means to correct. Now, when you are writing a book, you can actually edit the book if there are some errors. It also means to remove a part of. Like you just want to remove some part of the book or some part of something, you have to edit it away. So edited means to correct or to remove a part of. Censored means to examine and declare unacceptable. Censored means to examine and declare unacceptable in book or film production. Examined means to inspect thoroughly, to scrutinize, to look into. Examine means to inspect thoroughly, to scrutinize, and to look into something. I want to examine this thing, I want to look into it, I want to inspect it thoroughly. Isolated means to be alone, to be unaccompanied, to be single, to be kept apart from others. Now, the answer to this question is censored. The board has censored the film because it contains some nude scenes. Now, what is the meaning of censored? Censored means to examine and declare unacceptable in book or film production. Normally, if a movie contains too much nude scenes, it's mostly tagged 18 and above and all. Sometimes they just censor the film if the nude scenes are too much. They have examined it and they have declared it unacceptable. We can't accept this standard of film because it contains too much nude scenes. So, the word censored means to examine and declare unacceptable in book or film production. Even in music, sometimes they censor some words in some songs. So, the answer to this question is censored. The board has censored the film because it contains some nude scenes. So, moving on to the next question, question number 14. Question 14 reads, many young graduates have dashed to the west in search of greener pasture. Many young graduates have dashed to the west in search of greener pasture. Remember, we have to select the option that best completes this sentence. The options we have are hurried, emigrated, absconded, and flown. So which of these options will best complete this sentence? What we have to do now is to define the options one after the other. So the first option is hurried. Now, hurried means to act or move in a rush. Many young graduates have hurried to the west in search of greener pasture, to act or move in a rush. Okay, let's look at another option. Emigrated. Emigrated means to leave one's location, like leaving one's native country or region for another location, for another country or region. Many young graduates have emigrated to the west in search of greener pasture. Okay, absconded means to run away or to leave hurriedly, to escape. Maybe someone has been charged to court and have been found guilty, so the person absconds. The person runs away to escape from punishment. So absconded means to run away or to leave hurriedly, to escape. Now, flown means to fly. Flown means to fly. The answer, the best option to fill in this space is emigrated, because the word emigrated means to leave one's location, one's native country or region for another location. So, many young graduates have emigrated to the West. They've left their location, they've left their country to the West in search of greener pastures. So, emigrated is the appropriate word to fill in the blank space with. So, many young graduates have emigrated to the West in search of greener pasture. So, moving on to the next question, question number 15. The committee let her go because they considered her explanation dash. The committee let her go because they considered her explanation dash. Remember, we have to select the option that will best complete this sentence. The options we have are permissible, clear, plausible, and necessary. So which of these options will best complete this sentence? Let us define the options one after the other. The first option is permissible. Now, permissible means allowable or acceptable. To be allowable or to be acceptable. Clear means easy to perceive, easy to understand, that is understandable, to be transparent. It also means to remove, clear the debts, remove the debts. Plausible means to be believable, to possess truth. Necessary means to be important, required, and compulsory. So which of these options will best complete this sentence? Is it permissible, which is allowable or acceptable? Is it clear, which is easy to perceive and understandable? Is it plausible, which means to be believable or to possess truth? Is it necessary, which means to be important or required? Now, the answer to this question is plausible. The committee let her go because they considered her explanation believable. Her explanation possesses truth. It's not just because the explanation is acceptable, like we can accept this explanation. No, because the explanation is believable, because it possesses truth. So the committee let her go because they considered her explanation plausible. Maybe she went to her workplace and told her boss, her employers, that her husband or her children are in the hospital with a doctor's report, showing the doctor's report. Now, that makes her explanation plausible. It is believable. There is evidence to it. It possesses truth. You can actually just go to your boss, to your employers, and tell them that, okay, I won't be coming to work tomorrow because my husband is in the hospital. Now, that is an allowable explanation, but is it plausible? Is it believable? Is it believable? Is your explanation believable? How can we believe your explanation? How do we know that your explanation is plausible? So, plausible means to be believable, to possess truth. The committee let her go because they considered her explanation plausible. They considered her explanation believable. They considered her explanation to possess truth. So the answer to this question is plausible. And with that, we've come to the end of this wonderful session. Please subscribe to our channel, like, and drop your comments. Do not forget to share this post with your friends and loved ones. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.